And yeah, so I'm just going to do a little brief testimony about what God has done for me in my life, where He has taken me out of and everything. So I grew up in a pretty much decent kind of sort of household. You know, to put an emphasis on the kind of sort of. My dad was an alcoholic. God delivered him years later from that addiction. But my parents were married for about 10 years. They got divorced when I was 7 years old. Thank God my mom kept me in the church. I grew up in a Baptist church, and I gave my life to Christ at 7 years old. So I've been saved for 20 years, but I'm still getting to know God each and every day, just a little bit closer to Him, because at that young of an age, it was kind of like the thing to do as a child in my family to, accept Jesus Christ. I understand Him a little bit, but I really didn't get it on a personal level probably up until like a few years ago. So, yeah, parents got divorced. My mom pretty much raised me as a single mother. My father was still present, but I remained with my mom in her household. Yeah, I was raised pretty much a good kid, raised not to do right. I mean, to know the difference between right and wrong. I was always told, you're not a fool. You weren't raised like a fool. You're just acting like one. So, went to college. Backtrack a little bit. Got introduced to marijuana at the age of 14 years old and alcohol at 14 years old. That was pretty much the thing to do in my family, like socialize. Everybody can pretty much handle it. That was like a social thing to do. I do not like bugs. This is like 10 flies get me. But yeah, so I was pretty much marijuana, social, and alcoholic social drinker. Went to college, it got a little bit worse, only because I was able to do me. I had my own place, I had roommates that did the same thing. But God seen me through to graduate successfully in December 2015. I went to Millersville University, and I think, I should have gave more honor and praise to God during those 4 years, because I really was in a lot of doubt with God. And I really didn't acknowledge Him for the things He carried me through, because I went through a lot in college. Financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, it was just a lot. But, today I really do thank You for everything You have done. But, so moving forward, I was always one of those, after students who graduated after college who thought he could cheat on every drug test, because I was still smoking marijuana. That didn't go out in pain too well, so I guess there was God kind of sort of punishing me because I didn't get a job in my field right away. I was still working under the table jobs and etc. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, yeah, so after college, I pretty much got introduced to a lifestyle that I thought I would never be introduced to. I pretty much, in a nutshell, I used to be a male escort, and that's when I got introduced to methamphetamines, crack cocaine, and all of the hotel marijuana, all of that. So basically, I was a sex, drugs, and rock and roll type of guy for a few years, and that really, it was just unimaginable what I was putting myself through. And I was talking to someone earlier about her and her family and going through the same issues that my mother went through me. I was pretty much hopeless. I told myself I wouldn't amount to anything. I didn't think nobody had their best interest in me at all. But thank God I always had a praying family in my corner that really backed me up with a lot when I really didn't have faith in Jesus or faith in myself or anything. This isn't my first time in rehab. This is my 7th rehab. I'm not ashamed to say that, because I'm a firm believer in not giving up, just like God didn't give up on me because He's able. This is my 7th, but this is also the longest I have been clean. I'm going into my 8th month being sober. And it's just all glory to God. I really didn't imagine, I never even knew what Teen Challenge was at all. The only faith-based rehab I ever really been to was the Salvation Army, but it wasn't it for me. But I was still in Philadelphia. I needed to get away. And Rarrisburg is way different from Philly, so I definitely needed to get away. But he's just introduced me to so many things, especially with ministry wise. I was a part of the worship team when I first came to the long-term discipleship program. I sing on the choir there. I'm a part of another ministry called Fame to Flame. That's a creative arts ministry in which Michael will be coming up at the end expressing his creative art. And the welcome committee. It's just so much that, I think I deserve to give the utmost respect to God because it's just he does everything for us, and sometimes we forget to thank him and ask him, God, what do you need for us to do for you? And that has been heavy in my prayers lately because I really thank God for what he has, done for me. But I really thank him. I really go ask God, like, what is it that you need me to do for you? So I just pray that everyone out here, if you have a relative or friend that's going through any type of addiction, doesn't have to be drugs and alcohol. It can be food